I've got it. I think who's hiring for IT? My IT is just unplug it and plug it in somewhere different. Who's hiring for IT? All right, we are all set. Move this over. Shit. Move you over a little there. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Bum. Hey, y'all, it's Rachel and Eddie, who's not there.
And Eddie.
Oh, there he goes. Sorry. It's Rachel.
I said and Eddie.
I
And
just,
Eddie.
I was quick to the jump. And this is my so-called mess, and welcome to it. And if you are live streaming or you want to go back later and like, you know what, I'm going to pause it here and I'm going to go back and watch it on the live stream instead because Eddie is outside. Um, you can see some greenery. You can see a beautiful yard being mowed, sort of.
You can hear a lawnmower.
You might be able to hear the lawnmower. It's like being really
I'm gonna move away
robust.
from that.
Okay. I've got my Luke's mug today.
Luke's
Or
Diner.
yeah.
Ugh, I don't like that guy.
He's not my favorite. For Lorelai, he was my favorite. Although I think maybe. Although I liked
I feel like
what's his
we
name?
talk about this all the time, don't we? Christopher
No, I didn't like Christopher for her. I liked the one who was weird and had the dog that didn't move. Digger.
Digger. I like Digger too.
So we did say we were going to get to hear about your pool story today, which I want to do in 2 seconds, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. For those of you who used to watch, um, there was a show they said that on 2 minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Um, but I want to give a little update before we start,
Oh,
before we
cool.
get into your pool story. So I was debating not going to Pilates at a certain time so I wouldn't have to see my nemesis, right?
Pilates Saga Part Two.
Part two. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna live. Or actually, someone else was like, you're gonna not go because this woman. And I'm like, that's dumb. So I go to the 10 o'clock class on or 9 o'clock. I forget what time I went on Friday. Friday?
Uh-huh.
What day is Monday? Monday. Sorry, this is Monday because today's Thursday. So I went on Monday, and there she is in that same reformer she always sits on. And I'm looking, I'm like, because I'm also a creature of habit. I'm like, you know what? My favorite reformer happens to be the one next to her because it's right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So I can see everybody, you know. So if we're doing something, I can like look around. I have different perspectives. I like being in the middle. Really, I like corners too, but not in that class because it's not really a corner. There's a hallway. So middle feels more cornery to me, like I'm locked in there, right? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to sit next to her. So I sat down next to her. And the woman on the other side was chatty with me. Like we're, like during class, we were like all kind of rolling eyes at each other and like, oh my God. And then we were talking about how sore we were from the last class we all did together, which that woman wasn't there for. So, and no one seemed to be talking to her. She talked to the instructor. I was going to say she talked to the professor. She talked to the Pilates professor a little bit. Um, and
I've got there's a doctor of anatomy in my neighborhood that teaches
oh,
Pilates
nice. Pilates.
because
Yeah.
I feel like Pilates is very like scientific in a way,
Yeah.
and it makes sense for an anatomy professor to be your Pilates
Oh,
instructor.
wait. Is
So,
your doctorate in your community? Does she own a yoga studio?
mm-mm.
Okay. I was thinking of someone else then. Okay. So um I sat next to her and we were doing like different stuff this time when there was a lot of lunges in this class. A lot of lunges. I happen to be also a yoga teacher and just pretty flexible in my hips, so my lunges can get low in those things we were doing. So we're doing it. She was struggling a
Nice.
little bit. And I'm like, I got this. I'm like, I'm going a little heavier than you today too on my weight here. That my color. So, because I looked up the colors to see what the weights were. So I'm doing my thing. We get out of class and I can't remember if I was still on my reformer. Maybe I was walking out. I don't remember. But she stopped me. She stopped me.
Oh no.
She goes, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Oh, fuck, what? That I like annoy you? That you think I'm smelly? I don't know. Like, what? What do you want me to know?" She goes, I
Honestly, those would be like really cool things for her to say.
was,
Like, you annoy me.
please don't sit on that reformer anymore next to me because you are bringing bad vibes. You are
Mhm.
intimidating, which is what I've heard recently. I'm going to ask you about that later. You're intimidating. But no, she said, I just wanted you to know. And I'm like, you got so low in your lunges, especially those side lunges. It was amazing. I couldn't believe how low you can get in those lunges. It was just amazing. I can't get halfway near there.
And that's like a high compliment
Mhm.
for Pilates class.
It is.
Nice.
And it was from my nemesis. So
Hmm. Sounds like a frenemies
yeah,
situation.
I'm gonna wear my shirt next time that says my friend shirt that instead of friends says enemies, and I'm gonna wear it next time so we can be enemies.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna stop you and be like, I love that shirt.
You're freezing up a little bit.
And then she's, oh, sorry. I don't mean to be. Oh man, I for some reason it's not connected to Wi-Fi right now.
Oh, are you connecting? Connecting. Hey, I'm IT now. I can help you with that. I fixed my laptop this morning. I fixed two cords on the machine thing. I don't even know what soundboard this morning. So
I'm
if you
pretty
need any,
close to the Wi-Fi. It should be connected.
well,
How's that?
if
Is
you,
that getting better?
a little bit, yeah. So if you need some IT help, just, ring me up. I might even make a house call.
Oh yeah, that's a long distance house call, but sure.
Yes.
Um, yeah, okay, so I gotta tell you my pool story. We went to we are members of this like community pool, and it is weird because like I've never done community pools in my whole life, or like not my whole life, but like at least in my adult life having kids, we've always done public pools, which are like the
Mhm.
Rock Springs pool, the Bishop pool, and it's $1, and all of Athens can go there, and I kind of like that. I'm a very like egalitarian. It's like we all deserve access to pool.
Yes.
So when it's like private pool, it feels a little whites only, and it's not for me. Anyway, we're a member of a private pool, and our first our first day at this pool, we brought some of our kid friends. It was like the beginning of this month, so it was still cool outside, and we had a great time. It was like really chill. It's like BYOB. You can hang out, bring all the snacks. Just it's like we had this pool to ourselves that was really nice. There were other people there. They were cool. They were drinking. It's kind of got the Forest Heights vibe, but it's not Forest Heights. It's less
Okay.
crowded and it's nice and shady. It's got sun too if you want to sit in the sun. So we had a wonderful time. Then, sorry, there's a bee flying around me.
Oh,
After after we had such a great time that weekend, so that was on a Friday. That like Sunday, we get an email from the pool place saying, "You guys, there were complaints about your party, like roughhousing is not something that you're allowed to do. It's against the rules. And you said you only had uh, six guests, but we counted nine. We looked back at the camera and we saw that you had nine guests. And that's just not, this is your first strike. That is like a major warning. And if you get two more strikes, you're out of the pool. And this is like a pool that we paid kind of a lot of money for, just for it's like, um, it's until August, right? So
yeah.
really, like, it really killed the vibes of the whole pool thing. Zeph, go do up on the hill. Anyway, we so I immediately like texted the group that I was with. Like we went with Audra's fam and Desi's kids were there. I was like, dude, we got like in trouble. The two kids that were written up for roughhousing were not even our kids. It was like we took two of Desi's two kids,
Okay.
and then Audra met us there with her two kids. And so anyway, it wasn't even our kids that were fighting, and we felt kind of like singled out. And then they said we had 9 guests, so I guess they also counted Audra's family as our family, but she has her own pool membership, and she's been to
Oh.
this pool like 1,000 times last year. And I like we kind of decided that it was maybe this one lady that was like sitting there at the pool on her laptop. She has a kid. In the past, her kid has had problems with Desi's kids before, like at school.
Oh.
It's like a lot of the same people from the school that we go to
Yeah.
at this pool. And so there's a little bit of like drama between our friend and this kid's mom. So we were like, man, I'm going to use a different name, not to like call them out. We'll say it's Tyler is the
Okay.
kid's name. It's fucking Tyler's mom. Like we kept like writing in the text. It must have been Tyler's mom. She's such like I've met her before. We know about Tyler's mom. Like don't think she totally likes Desi. And so we think that that was the thing. So we sent like 3 emails back saying that wasn't us. That was there were two people, like two parties were there, and yeah, we were off by one. And the kids that were fighting, whatever. I've been to a lot of public pools. Just
Yeah.
like I was telling you, the Rock Springs pool gets out of control
Yeah.
rowdy. The
Kind of
Memorial
fun.
Park pool gets out of control rowdy. Bishop gets out of control rowdy.
Yeah.
People are flipping off stuff, breaking rules all the time,
Which is the
you
fun
know?
of being at a pool.
So next time we have to use this pool a lot because it's like expensive. So I was like, we're going again, even though now we've got a target on our backs. They've like looked at footage of our family. They know what we look like. Um,
I can't believe they
and
went back and looked at footage too. Like they took the time to actually.
it feels creepy, doesn't it? That there's
Yeah.
like camera footage of children at a pool.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, next time I was there, I saw like a bunch of people I knew. One of which was saying like they were using in the email that they sent us, they're like, also here's a list of the other rules that you might break. And it was like, do not use the cabana without a reservation. And if you have 9 guests, then you need to reserve a cabana. Like if that's how many guests that you're gonna have, you have to also reserve a cabana, and that's
Jeez.
like an extra fee. So we were like, bad taste. So some of my friends were just sitting at a cabana, like chilling, drinking some. I don't know what do white people drink? White Claw.
I was gonna say
They were drinking
like
like hard seltzers, yeah.
yep.
And I was like, "Did you guys reserve this cabana?" And they're like, "What? No, you don't have to reserve it. Like we sit here all the time. Whatever." The completely chill, relaxed vibe that I had experienced before. And I was like, "No, no, no, no. We got reprimanded." And then she was like, "Oh, you know, there is Tyler's mom. She's on the board of the pool, and she can like she will walk around the pool sometimes under her breath just muttering rules that she thinks people are breaking. As if she's got some sort of compulsion to be this like rule enforcer. Like very
Jeez.
yeah, very like police narc energy from this lady. And I was like, oh, I like immediately texted everyone. I was like, it was Tyler's mom, and we were all like, oh man, I knew it. Damn.
Okay,
So
can
we
you
got
get off, can you get yourself on the board and get Tyler's mom kicked off?
oh brother, I could totally do that.
I think you'd have the votes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna work my way in there. My actual, how I preface this with we don't usually do private pools. Like right now, my energy is like, let's get kicked out of this pool, but let's wait till August to get kicked out of this
Oh,
pool.
good plan. Good plan. Good
Yeah.
plan. I say you come in like the last few days of August, like come in with like a trail of kids and have them
And just yeah,
They'd be
All
like,
sit
go
at the
at it.
cabana.
Yeah, go sit in the cabana. Have the kids only sit in the cabana so you're not paying attention to them. You're in a second cabana. And
Hmm.
then the kids, you have them play like some kind of game that looks like roughhousing, but they're all going to be safe. They're not going to like drown each other or anything, but they play some kind of like, or they all have water guns, and Tyler's mom gets hit with a water gun.
Dude, man. So the sec like I've been there like 4 times now, and the second time I went there, Tyler was throwing these like water balloon things. It's like these little balls with magnets on them that pop open when you catch them and water spurts out. So it's like a water balloon game. He was throwing them into my dry stuff on my table, just like landing them everywhere. And
Oh,
it's like
did you
I
report
don't
it?
have that like care and energy. No, I didn't report. I was just like, kids will be kids. He's having a blast.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, there's that too. I just don't like Tyler's mom, so I want.
yeah, no, I knew you wouldn't like Tyler's mom.
Now I'm curious if I know Tyler's mom.
So now every time we go, like my oldest kid is pretty savvy to this stuff. Like she's 11, and she was freaking out like after because she doesn't like getting in trouble. We don't like getting in trouble, and she was like, "Why isn't there a lifeguard there? If there's so many rules and they need to enforce these rules, why don't they just pay for a lifeguard?" And that way the lifeguard can blow the whistle. And I was like, dude, this kid's talking sense. But it's like supposed to be this like laid back vibe, and then the people in charge are just kind of like, I own this place, and I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
about
like
I'm not about
that's ridiculous. Because so it's not
that.
like because I've snuck into what's the other one called? What do they call the other one? I can't hear you now. Can't hear it all. Oh, you're on mute. Nope, still can't hear you. So until he comes back, I'm just gonna tell some stories and
How
maybe
about
he'll.
now?
Oh, here now you're good. I was just talking to myself. The other
It's Hampton Heights Pool, I
yeah, but
think.
they call it something. Is it called like Towny Pool or
I think my headphones are acting up.
I think so too because you're frozen and
Um, right. It's
I can't hear you.
So I need a tech support dude.
There you go. I'll be right there. There you go. I fixed it. No, I didn't. No, it comes in for a second and then goes out.
Okay.
You just were there. Here, which one is?
How about now?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, but it's
Okay.
called like, is it called Towny Pool or Hippie Park or something? It's called something,
Hampton Heights, I think.
but like the like towny name for it.
Forest Heights.
No, like they like people call it like Hampton Heights. They call it
Oh,
like Towny
yeah.
Pool or
I think it's changed. It used to
Hipster
have like a
Heights.
nickname.
Didn't he say
Yeah.
like Hipster Heights or something?
I don't know. I'm just not about the like, I feel like in Georgia, especially, the private pool community does feel kind of racist.
Yeah.
And um, thankfully, yesterday we were there and I saw like, you know, 5 to 7 people of color, and I'm like, okay, okay, I can handle this a little better.
I miss Legion Pool. I spent so much money going to Legion Pool.
That's the one on campus.
That's when, and I think it's closed or they're closing it or,
Hmm.
yeah, that place was amazing.
Yeah, I've never been.
You're supposed to pay to park. I never paid to park. So that was always like, well, no, maybe sometimes I did, but you had to either like know somebody who had a pass but you still had to pay
Yeah.
or like someone had to come in and let me in. But
You you were a UGA student though, right?
no, never went
No.
to UGA.
Wow, me neither. I feel so much like an outsider. Like,
I know. I went to the only school I went to in Georgia was Piedmont.
hmm. I know
Oops,
that
I lost
place.
you here. Yeah, I didn't go to um
Well, so you're new to the town that you're in. Have you scoped out your pool sitch? Because I know that pools are a part of your summer.
okay, so there's a pool on campus. On campus.
Let's start over. Let's start the whole podcast over.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep. Just erase all that from me. There's a pool at my
And Eddie.
welcome to my so-called mess. I can't keep my ear won't stay in. My earplugs getting my ears gotten a little
Do you have a pool in your complex?
yeah, so there's a pool in my complex. So I've been trying to figure out like I don't want to go to the pool on a really busy day for my first day because I want to get the lay of the land because that's how I am. But it looks like they need some new pool chairs. Like some of them might be a little wonky
Hmm.
from a distance. Maybe they're not, but they definitely are older pool chairs. They need some new ones. And then there's some of the pool chairs that sit in the water, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Costco's got some of those.
I like those. But so I was gonna go to, it's been raining. Like I was looking today, I'm like, oh, I could go to the pool this afternoon if it doesn't rain. It's been raining a lot. But I went to where did I go? Oh, when I went to Pilates the other day, maybe everything's see, I am such a cult. I join every cult. Now my cult is Pilates. When I go to
Yeah,
Pilates,
yeah.
it was like not even 10 o'clock in the morning, and there's this woman who's at the pool every day. She was there before 10 o'clock.
Wow. That's that's almost like drinking before 10 o'clock. It's like,
Yeah,
what's going on with you?
I know. She's out there, and I
She
feel
must
like she's
work the night
the
shift.
same.
She works the night shift at like she's a nurse. She works the
Oh,
night shift.
maybe it's a
And
good.
when she gets off, she just likes to relax by the pool.
I like that thought. I feel like she's always in the same bathing suit, which I should know I shouldn't be judgy, but like maybe
Yeah,
it's
you should.
good. And it could just be the style is the same. And then I was gonna go one day and they were having like a party at the pool. Um, or part of the pool, but like the pool is nice. It's not a huge pool, which is fine because then, but it does have like a little area where it has some grills right by the pool. So you could have a little barbecue action. Um,
The
but
bottom on here. Tell me, hold on, I gotta get my kid in the backyard. She's doing a good job.
so Eddie is using child labor this summer. I
Is
think
that
it's
what it's called? That feels
uh,
bad.
no, I'm just kidding. But the kids are doing like chorey kind of stuff, and they get to. I think that's so
We'll just do
cool
this downstairs area.
that they get to use a huge ass mower thing. What do you call it?
Yeah,
Um,
this kid is really careful and I really trust her. I hope I don't eat my words. But I've this is like her third or fourth time mowing the lawn and she's getting more confident every time. So
that's
this is
awesome,
great.
and you have a lot of property,
Yeah, it's like an acre. Um,
and which is really a lot for Athens. Like in one of my old houses, I had almost an acre in my backyard, in like a normal town,
yeah.
and it's like weird.
My thing is I hate doing this. I hate mowing the lawn and I can pay her money. She loves money and she'll do it for money. So I don't know. It's a pretty. I haven't mowed the lawn this year yet, so I'm
Nice.
kind of trying to not mow the lawn at all.
Hey, and this might be like she might get really into lawn mowing and like then look at like I want to do some landscape design. And
I
then
I think it's like a valuable skill to have. You know, like
yeah,
you don't want to. I don't know. It's expensive to pay like adults to do what she's doing. Like I think
yep,
it's like $100 minimum for like a lawn service to come out.
yeah.
So if she wanted, if she wanted more money, she could mow other people's lawns and stuff.
And is that a riding mower?
It is. It's electric though. It's not like a scary riding mower. It's
Okay.
kind of like a four-wheeler with blades on the bottom.
So could she like ride that around the neighborhood and go house to house and be like, hey,
Yeah, I've driven it to my friend's house about a mile away and mowed their lawn and then drove it back home.
oh, fun.
It's pretty cool.
So
Um,
she could have like a little
yeah,
remote.
so we were talking swimming though, and I feel like your swimming stitch sounds good. I feel like if I ever had to get an apartment, I would look for one with a pool. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a real killer amenity. Do you have like a treadmill too?
We have a small gym, but like we have a gym, we've got treadmills, we've got ellipticals, we have free weights, and then it has this system called Freeform, which I
Hmm.
haven't figured out. It's like it's a different locking system. I don't know. It's a weird machine, so I haven't quite figured out how to like get the most out of the gym. I'll probably more free weights than anything
Yeah.
machines, but yeah. And then we have I
Man,
mentioned this
I
before also where I haven't been
went
is
roller skating.
hmm, I think I've lost you again.
It's what?
We also have a rooftop.
Where you have a
I can't hear you again. This this is the podcast where I'm going to keep saying I can't hear you again, but I'm not pausing because I'm just going to keep talking and bullshitting. But yes, also my complex we do have a rooftop lounge area, which is really cool. I can't hear you. I will. I'm going to.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, I was just rambling. Everyone's like, She's just rambling instead of
I
pausing.
wanted to hear you. You had said something about like your like you haven't used it yet. And it's like one
Oh,
of your
oh, the
amenities.
rooftop also.
Oh, what is that?
So one of the buildings, you can take the elevator up to the roof and it has a little lounge. Like it has chairs you can sit in on, sit like cool little loungy kind of feel and lights. And it's open until like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I think. So, but I haven't been yet because I had one person visit. I'm having another visitor come in, um, June. I can't hear you again. I'm gonna pause it for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Nope. I think your headphones keep going out is the problem. I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'm pausing it. I don't know if you can hear me, but I paused it.
Something's going on with these earbuds. I'm gonna put them away.
Okay, I paused it for a second. Do you want to get different headphones or you have different
I'm just gonna use the speaker on my phone.
okay, I'm gonna unpause it. Okay, and we are back. I did pause it for a little bit so you didn't have to keep hearing me rambling, but Eddie was having some headphone issues. It's been one of those days. You know how like I feel like when you wake up and if one person has a tech issue that you're working with and someone's gonna have another issue with another part of technology. So
It's definitely contagious.
yeah, it is. And I
Okay, I was gonna say I went roller skating this week and my friend broke his arm.
am
It was gnarly, dude. Like, he's in his 40s and he's a really nimble skater too. Like he just got these brand new skates that he found at the thrift store. And um yeah, he just
are we
fell kind
talking
of straight down and he put his hand behind his back like this and like broke like the radius.
are we talking four wheels or rollerblades?
Four wheels.
Oof. That's okay, real skating. Real skating.
Yeah, real skating.
Oh my gosh, we did you have to like so you weren't at home. Did you have to like skate home and get a car and come back and get him to go to the
No, he called his wife. Of course his kids were there, so we kind of just we took care of his kids while he went and got it like handled. But it sounds like it's going to be one of those surgery breaks. You know, it was like a pretty
Mhm.
rough one. Um, but yeah, I cannot like I cannot handle listening to descriptions of bone resetting and like bone things without like wincing. Like every time they tell me like graphic details about it, like they gave him ketamine and then during his ketamine high just had to do like this really rough like a nurse held him from behind and then another nurse like put his foot on the seat and like yanked his arm as hard as they could to like reset it. Like that stuff, like what you're doing, it tenses me up. It grosses me out. I can't with it.
I can't either. And what I'm gonna gross you out even more. Well, no, I not, because I don't feel like this is bad. When I broke my arm or my wrist or whatever, my forearm, I don't know. I broke something. and I had to be in a cast, but I didn't want to have surgery.
Hmm.
So I did the old school where they put your hand in this machine. It's called like, it has a name. It's like Chinese something, whatever. No, but that's what it looks like. Remember those things you used to put your fingers in to see if you can pull them back out?
Yeah, the torture trap or the
Yes.
finger
So your
trap.
fingers are in those, it's hanging, and then they keep putting heavier weights. And then it's supposed to reset your arm, maybe. I'm like, let's try it. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do
that sounds actually more gentle than what was described to me. So,
no, I was gonna say, like, I was there for a longer time and they're like, it might not work. I'm like, but it might, and that means no surgery, and that means, you know,
yeah,
so it's pretty, yeah, I just had to sit there like this and just hope the weights come in. I'm like, I'll sit here forever and do that.
that's wild. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So, what I was getting at though, like, or what I'm gathering from this week is that bone setting technology, like medicine surrounding bones and broken bones, is like ancient tech. It's like they figured it out 1,000 years ago, and we've just kind of been using what works because the bones like heal themselves if you like put them back
If you put it
together,
in the right place,
but you
yeah.
just have to immobilize them in the right place, and that's what the cast does. And like it's kind of it's super painful, but it's kind of one of the best ailments to have because it's like
Yeah.
a clear there's a clear solution, and it's almost like magic, especially if you get surgery. Like 5 weeks later, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It is weird too when you think about it, like, you're right. There isn't a lot of, I guess sometimes they could still do robo surgery. I don't know. Do they for bones?
I think if it's like super niche, and also if you're like a sports superstar.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
here we're kind of lucky that we have so many bone doctors, but
Yeah.
it's because we have like so many we have a robust athletic program that justifies having so many bone
We also
specialists.
we also happen to have a number of Olympians that have stayed in town because went through UGA or stayed here or trained here.
Mm.
There's a lot of,
I like how you weaved that. You haven't lived here in a while, so you don't do you get to claim it?
yes, I still claim it.
Nice. Allowed. I allow it.
And but there's no AI involved in that. No, but you know what I learned about this new AI technology? And I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about this. This goes along with it's still May. So in line with Masturbation May, there's a vibrator called the Lioness.
Hmm.
And I thought about buying it just to check it out because like I like to just test drive things, for like clients and stuff. But it's over $200.
Ooh.
And I just don't spend money like that on sex toys. Like I'll buy it. I like a little, a bullet girl. Like I like a little bullet. They're cheap. They do their job. They're good. They're not fancy. I'm a minimalist. That's what it is. I'm a minimalist. I have a couple wands and things still like they're very basic wand, like they do a good
Yeah.
job. They're just not like they like look like, like, oh, the like new hot lemon. Everyone has a lemon. I don't want a lemon vibrator. That doesn't make me the shape of a lemon doesn't get me excited or a rose. Stupid.
It
Anyway,
makes you pucker.
I know, right? Like, wouldn't you like squeeze everything up, which were the opposite of what you want to do? So, I mean, unless you're like trying, anyway. So there's this vibrator called the Lioness, and it uses technology.
Ooh.
Okay. So, and then because I'm curious your thoughts about like where is this information stored and who would you want to know? Like, would like I want to know this information about me,
Hmm.
but I don't know if I want it out in the world, like out in, not in the world, like I'm telling people, but in the global world, like floating around and wherever the data flows. So it tracks your orgasms
Oh
and
wow.
like how long it takes, like the level of your orgasm, because especially for like women, some people think like, oh, I didn't have an orgasm, but it's because they're expecting this like like huge thing, and it's a smaller thing. So it's showing your muscle, it's checking your muscle contractions, and like they're now doing a lot of research on for women, which it would be akin. I just said akin, which would be like looking at like premature ejaculation, but it's like women who orgasm very quickly or soon into like, and but it's often a lot smaller. So, and there hasn't been as many studies about female orgasms, right? So
Mhm.
but you get to learn about like really like, oh, that's when I orgasm, like that's what made it happen. And you can kind of like really learn about your body, which so fucking cool, right? Especially,
Yeah.
but where's that data going?
Yeah. What you describe, I've thought about a lot because like there are the sleep tracking apps that
Hmm.
will keep track of your sleep and kind of give you a score as to how well you sleep. And then there's like a period tracking
Yeah,
app where
I've told
you,
people to get off of that one.
the period tracker,
Mhm.
where like a lot of people will just put in their, kind of private journal
Yep.
about like how their cycles go.
I have told people to get off that one because and do it on paper, like to keep track on paper, but the same idea, like look at it from paper. Because with current laws, let's say something happened
Hmm.
and you wanted that not to happen anymore, and you were in a state that you have to have make it like you're pregnant or you had a miscarriage, right? And you're in a state where those things are illegal, like you can't get an abortion, right? You can't get an abortion, or
Yeah.
you can be charged for a miscarriage, right? So
Yeah.
if someone like tries to sue you or like arrest you and they go into your phone, they could use your period tracker as evidence.
Yeah, I've noticed. I mean, that's totally a worthwhile concern.
Mhm.
And also, I've read that some of the companies are not as forthcoming about what they do with your data.
Yeah.
And, like when your period is supposed to come, you'll get like ads for your favorite chocolate or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's bullshit. It's kind of reductive. It's kind of manipulative. It's all the wrong things. So when it comes to orgasm studies and pleasure studies, it's like, yes, this needs more research, but the information needs to be controlled by responsible individuals, like people who are either purely scientists and their funding is not from the app itself. Like if they have
Right.
a separate source of funding, then your information is not their product, you know?
Right. And then would be HIPAA things too if it was a medical thing, right? So there were universities or like for sexology centers. I don't remember. I was watching this documentary and I read more about it where they were testing orgasms as well. For
But I
and
would like to also take it a step further and putting, are you going to mention more concerns about it or what were you going to say?
No, there were places. I did want to say what was really cool that I believe that the lioness, because I don't want to dog, like I'm not trying to dog it. I'm just concerned, like curious
Yeah.
about what your thoughts about it. But I believe it was created by a female, and I think it by a female woman of color. I think, and I shouldn't say that without knowing, but I'm just gonna put it out there. So kudos to her because I think it's an amazing idea.
Nice.
And like
Yes.
I'm
And
sure her
I
and
also want to say
were
that it has like potential possibilities for really interesting
sure.
applications, not just through like scientific high-mindedness, but matching people up based on like what kind of orgasms they have and like, what kind of
Ooh,
orgasms they
like an
prefer.
orgasm dating app.
It's almost like um, looks maxing, or like it's like getting all of the best athletes together and having them fuck, like
Yes,
so it's a little bit more turning fucking into a competitive sport and
I
seeing
like.
if you can achieve the world's rockinest orgasm. And I feel like while that is a bit, you know, nasty, it's also a bit nasty.
But also, what I want to know is, what can it be Olympics? Can we get this in the Olympics?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if we try hard enough, which is the motto of any good lover.
Okay, I might be wrong about this whole who started it, but it is two women and there is one male on it. One was from Google. So it looks like the Linus vibrator was created by Liz Klinger. Um, and it was to destigmatize female sexuality through data and research was her thing. Anna Lee, she was a mechanical engineer at Amazon Labs and who designed smart toys built in sensors. And then James Wong was a Google X alum.
Hmm.
And it's linking vibrators biofeedback data to the smartphone app.
I don't
So
know. I'm really interested in it. I don't use that. I'm merely interested in it as a studier of data. Like I've kind of studied data before, and I do a lot of programming and stuff. So I'm interested in it in a scientific way.
right.
I would never do it on myself. Like I don't do the sleep things. I don't do um
No, I don't. I I did the sleep thing accidentally for a minute and it made me so depressed because it was like, you got zero sleep.
yeah.
You were an REM for 2 seconds. You are the worst sleeper in the world, is what
I
I felt.
know. I don't need somebody like browbeating me about my sleep habits, and
I
I
know.
think that that would make it worse. I
Yeah.
also like I have high blood pressure and I take medication for it, but I'm stressed out by it too, which raises your
Yeah.
blood pressure. So it's like it's kind of a no-win situation where it's like you're supposed to measure it more, but if I
No.
measure it and I'm worried about it being high, it's just always going to be high.
Yeah,
And
that is. That is the there's one too that it's called like there's one called bearable and it tells you like it'll rate your moods and it'll be like this week you were slightly less depressed than last week. This week your
mhm.
symptoms were this much higher, like your depression, your this. I'm like, so I have a client that uses it and she likes it, but I'm like in my head, I'm like, dude, that's just like festering into my like, like it just makes my anxiety grow.
I think I'm more like compelled by um, mystical explanation, like astrology,
Yeah.
um, just things that kind of are nebulous and have very open-ended
Yeah.
advice.
I do like that. But I'm still torn because okay, it's 200. Go back to the lioness. It's 200 on sale for $200.
Oh, wow.
So I can like there's things like afterpay, right? So I'm not going to pay it all at once, but I'm not going to get, interest, whatever, whatever, whatever.
Don't use Afterpay on this.
I
I
like to like,
That's a real way I mean, that's probably a real way to actually give the product a fair shot because if you get it and you immediately hate it, you're going to be like, oh, now I have to pay this bill for the next 12
oh, you're
months.
right. Okay, maybe I would just have to buy it. I was just trying to figure out a way, like I feel like I'm
Yeah.
not throwing out $200 because I still need more furniture. That's the other thing. I still need more furniture. I need some lamps. Is now the best time to buy this toy and try it? I don't know, but in my head, I'm like, there's so many cool things about it. But
Yeah.
where does my data go?
Well, my daughter, at the end of school, we got like, yeah, let's bring a sex thing back to my daughter. Jeez. At the end of school, I always get them like kind of a present. And one of my kids got a hoverboard. Have you ever fucked with one of those?
Yeah.
So she was pretty pleased with it. And the other kid ordered a drone, which is like a
Mm.
high-tech camera thing that flies everywhere. And we waited forever for the drone to come in. It was like really highly anticipated for her. And then we got it, and it's got like so many instructions. So we sat down for a whole day and just like drew out diagrams and really meticulously rehearsed our first flight. And then she finally in the house like got it to go up. We were like flying it through rings and stuff. It was really cool, really fun. And then the next day, second day, she takes it outside and she's like doing her tricks in the front yard. And then she took a video of the roof of the house.
Mm.
And then she's like, I'm going to try to get it all the way to the top of the house, which is like 20 feet in the air. And it went up 20 feet. And then it went up past the pecan tree, like 30 feet.
Then she like held down on the controller like to descend, and then she hit like the emergency off button, and it ascended to like 50 feet. And then she was doing everything she could to like bring it back down to earth. And then it just kept going higher and higher. And it turned into like a little speck in the sky. And then it went behind a cloud. And we kind of like chased it, it was like veering away from our house. So we chased it through the neighborhood, but it just kept going higher and higher. And it's gone.
Gone.
It's like um, it's like a helium balloon that a child lets go of, and it's like in space
Uh,
now with like the aliens. So we spent like $100 on it, and it's like sometimes big purchase presents are like they very quickly go out of your life. And
yeah,
$200 for a vibrator, it better fucking make you calm, is what I'm thinking. Like,
yeah, yeah.
I'd say $70 is the right price point.
I know that's what I was thinking, but I like, it's a startup, whatever. But also, I didn't realize. I thought it in my head. I thought it was one person trying to have the startup. I didn't realize it was three people. There's actually more with like these extensive backgrounds from like Google and Amazon. I think they could lower their price point.
When you're coming to a expensive dildo, I think you want to think a black female created this.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted like, um, I just, yeah, we'll see what happens. I might try it. Like, cause I think it's good to know for yourself and it's a way to learn your body. But I also think it's before I like recommend it, I'm like, hey, go buy this. I wanted to try it. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted if I buy that. I will also, I want to hear more pool antics as the summer continues.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you updates on my friend's broken arm, the pool
Yeah.
update, and
Have you started the music podcast?
the music podcast we tried to record and it didn't line up with everyone's schedules. So
Okay.
we're still trying to find a way to record it, which I don't know how we fell into such a good rhythm. I think that pretty much stops all of my podcasts, like
Yeah.
not finding a time to record. But now that you mention it, I will give it another go. I'll send
Okay.
you a stack
Excellent.
of this.
Well, I've got nothing else going on to add, but you still have a few more days of masturbation May, my friends. And just because it's June doesn't mean you have to stop. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the day. Until next time. Peace out. All right. All right. All right. All right.
I'm sorry I was so distracted.
No, you're fine.
I'll try to carve out some more space for it. We've been adjusting to our summer roles,
No,
and
you're
I I often think I can do more than I can actually do.
episode 260. You're fine. You are fine.
I really blame it on the headphones though. I don't know. They're like brand new headphones. I don't know why they just stopped working.
Oh, that sucks. Episode 260. What are we calling it? Something about the cool pool. Tyler's mom.
No, you had a good man, you said something funny. I don't remember what it was though. It was
This-
maybe like something about frenemies or um I think it was when you were talking about the amenities at your pool or the vibrator.
Don't know.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah, Tyler's mom sounds fine. I mean, we haven't had one called Tyler's mom yet.
Okay, we'll just call it Tyler's mom since there is no Tyler.
I checked the AI notes I just uploaded last week's episode last night, and I checked the AI notes for it, and it was like kind of getting a lot of it wrong. So I just wrote in parentheses, AI notes, y'all. Like that's my description.
Okay, so I'm gonna save that. So Tyler's mom. So I know like summer is gonna be, whatever for you. My Thursdays, right now I have one in a little bit. Um,
I
but
think this could work for me next week, and I could just lock myself in this room from the
Okay, I was
beginning.
gonna say also like Fridays after Pilates
Hmm.
are generally good.
Let's I am open since we haven't been like I don't know. How would you feel if we like recorded tomorrow as well and then just
Um,
banked the episode? Like I don't know if we have
you
much
know
more to
what?
say.
Tomorrow, I know I said Fridays are good.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. No,
record a bunch when we get a chance and then
okay, yeah, Fridays are good, but not this Friday.
that's fine. Maybe next week, tentatively Thursday, but if magically some time opens up for you, just text me.
Okay, I will.
And we can
Yeah,
record them but not post them until.
okay. Okay. Can I set, do you mind if I send this one to you so I
No,
can?
I don't.
All
I
right,
feel like that
awesome.
works pretty well.
I appreciate that so much. That helps me so much with my
Yeah, and your
sessions and
computer
stuff.
was like having problems uploading it anyway. It
Yeah.
seems I do it from my phone and it's never done well.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I just go to the website on my browser and
Maybe I should just do it from my phone now. But thank you. I appreciate that. Enjoy the day.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.